So we're at the Algonquin Hotel on July 30th, 2018, and I'm here with Alice De Almeida, who is the
Chief Cat Officer.
Chief Cat Officer.
That's the official.
I should have remembered that from the episode, but that actually was 2 years ago, if you can believe that.
Wow.
I know, that was 2016, so it's been a while since I've seen you. So anyway, let's talk about this Thursday, because I know the cat fashion show is coming up, and I want our listeners to hear all about it. So do tell.
Well, it's Hamlet's yearly fundraiser. It'll be the first one that he's actually supervising, and it's for the Mayor's Alliance for New York City Animals. They encompass 150 shelters within the city. And we love them because everyone, adoption should be the only option. Mm-hmm. And they take really good care of all our furry friends. It's a $75 entrance fee, but it's a complete donation straight to the Mayor's Alliance, so it's tax deductible. It includes cocktails and hors d'oeuvres and dessert and a little entertainment, and the best thing is our cat fashion show by Ada Nieves. And we will have 8 professional mutals in costumes representing the purring 20s.
I love the theme. When I was here a couple of years ago helping you promote the cat fashion show, the theme was the Algonquin Roundtable, and so you had Dorothy Parker,
right,
Robert Benchley, and all of them represented in cat fashions, which was wonderful. For people who don't know, our listeners who've not heard, can you tell us about the Algonquin Cat?
The Algonquin Cat dates back to probably the 1920s at this point. We just discovered that Frank Case, the original manager and owner, had a cat called Billy, and when Billy passed, a stray cat wandered in. A couple days later, he was a marmalade-colored cat, and they called him Rusty. Case adopted him. He had full run of the hotel, and they eventually changed his name to Hamlet, because legend has that the legendary actor John Barrymore was here, and his most famous role was Hamlet. So it was more dignified to call the cat Hamlet. So all the male cats were Hamlet, and then we've had 3 girls, which are Matilda. We have no idea where they got the name Matilda. So we're good, thank you, Chef.
See, that's the Algonquin, though. I love that, because every time I've ever been here to record one of the shows, everybody is so accommodating and so wonderful. I love this place. Beyond, for listeners who aren't familiar with the Algonquin Hotel, it's a historic hotel. It's a historic landmark. It's right in the theater district, just blocks away from Broadway, in the heart of the current shows that are going on, like Anastasia and Boys in the Band and whatever
you
else.
name it, it's here.
Hello Dolly with Bette Midler. All those things are literally, within a block of here, which is just wonderful. I've always loved coming here because of the beauty of this hotel and the richness of it, the dark wood, the historic suites. We filmed episodes in the Vanity Fair suite and where Robert Benchley stayed.
Lerner and Lowe.
Yeah. Well, we haven't done that one yet. I'm hoping to do that with the new show, but it's being part of history every time I'm here, and I just love it. And the staff is just wonderful. So, and of course, we did the episode with you, with
right.
Matilda before she passed, and
right.
That was just wonderful. And then, how about the fashion show itself? How did that get started?
Matilda II in 2006 was recognized as Cat of the Year for her philanthropy by the Westchester Feline Club. So we went up there for her to get her prize. And they had a fashion show, a cat fashion show there. And we just thought, how wonderful. I mean, you see dogs in fashion, but when do you see cats in fashion? Mm-hmm. And so in 2007, we started our first show.
That's really great.
Yeah.
So you were here presiding over that?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, that
Chief
was my
Cat
first
Officer.
one. That was my first one.
And then you said that you didn't know where Matilda came from?
We have no idea. We've gone back and back, and nobody can tell us where they came out with the name Matilda. So,
yeah,
I don't know, kind of fit.
Yeah. I remember Nicholas, who was working with us originally on the Dreams Café project, had this mind that stored all the history of this place and could just... there's so much detail to it. It's a shame that's not one of the things that's retained. When was the first Matilda? What year?
She was back, I think, in the late 80s. And out of all the cats, except for one, they've all been rescues.
Yeah, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
What was the one that wasn't?
Matilda, too. We don't know why. The ownership at that time, I don't know if they knew someone or whatever, but she came from a cattery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have to say, too, having been to one of these fashion shows, it is quite the event. There's food, there's music. You're going to have a live pianist here, live singer?
Live singer Sarah Rice, who was the original Joanna from Sweeney Todd. She's going to grace us with a couple of numbers.
That's wonderful.
She's a huge fan, and we love her to death. We're just very, very lucky with all the support we get from all around.
And I have to say, the hotel, for its part, for that $70 donation... $75.
We take none of it.
Thank you. But not only that, but the hotel itself provides so much for the guests who are here, despite the fact that it's taking none of the money. And it really is a very generous thing on the part of the hotel. But there's the fashion show, there's the food, there's the music.
And the swag bags.
The swag bags, yes. You get to leave with little toy surprises.
$25 worth of merchandise this year, at least, if not more.
Yeah, I
People
still have
been
my
very generous.
I still have my wristband with the Algonquin logo and the paw print on it too.
Got a new one this year.
Good. I collect them all.
Good.
So tell me about Hamlet, because when did Hamlet come to the Algonquin, the current one?
He was found by somebody out in Long Island, brought to the Bidawee shelter, and that was in June. We got a call maybe a week later because they knew we were looking for another cat, and we went to Bidawee to see him. We fell in love immediately, and we brought him back here in July. Matilda had her last show in August, retired out, went to live on a wildlife sanctuary out in Duluth.
Oh.
And Hamlet went into training, and he took over mid-September. Of
2017?
Yes.
And I've met him. I just met him before we started recording. We bonded instantly. He reminds me very much of my cat who just passed in February, Benjamin. He's got the little clipped ear to show that he was feral at some point, but you would never know it by his behavior. He's just a love bug. He's amazing. Beautiful orange tabby. Yeah, he's great.
And that's it. The original Hamlet was an orange tabby.
An orange tabby, yeah.
Which is why we try to go for... Fortunately, we found... Who knows? Maybe he's got the spirit of the original.
It could be. Maybe that's why he acclimated so quickly with everybody. I mean, just watching him with the staff at the front desk, he's totally enamored of everybody. He's rubbing up against the leg of the doorman and put him up on the counter, and he's everybody's
brilliant.
petting him.
He figured out how to open up his treat drawer. So they moved it one drawer over. So he figured out how to open up the first drawer, get in it, and open up the second drawer.
It sounds like he's part ferret.
So so we have to put all his stuff in like metal and glass containers so he can't get it. He's very smart.
He's very clever. Even just in the short time I was visiting with him, he was very, very smart, very affectionate. Put his paw right in my hand and held it there for 5 minutes.
I'm not one, but he will high-five certain people.
That's wonderful. That I definitely want to see that. How many of the Algonquin cats have there been?
Hamlet is the 8th boy and technically the 12th cat. That's counting Billy. And we only found out about Billy because Frank Case wrote about him in one of his books called Do Not Disturb. It was always thought that, Hamlet was the first, but not.
Gotcha.
But he's the 8th Hamlet.
He's the 8th Hamlet.
Yeah.
So what time is the show? Let's give all the details for everybody listening.
First of all, we have an adoption unit that we didn't even mention. So we will have kitty cats. Right. We will have kitty cats for adoption out front in front of the hotel.
I remember from last time there's a big truck there, and you can actually go up and meet with the cats.
Right, and you can give a friend a forever home, and they're going to be here starting at 3.
And who's running the truck?
It's from the Mayor's Alliance, but it's Linda's Cat Assistance. She's absolutely wonderful. And then 5 o'clock the party starts. And the fashion show should be somewhere after 6-ish. And then we have raffles. Raffles should be after that, around 7-ish. And then we can all go home with our arms full of prizes.
And don't they also, I know the year I was here, they actually had the cats in the Oak Room, and people could go around and meet them and get photographed with them?
No, the cats this year will be in the Oak Room, and they'll come out and we'll actually have a catwalk. They'll be presented out here.
Yes,
on,
I remember they did
thing,
that
and then they
too.
will walk around the whole room.
Gotcha. Maybe it was because I was press.
Yes.
I got back in there.
Yeah, because you can't. As professional as the Mutals are, there's just, so much you can expose them to, and that's it.
Could you tell the audience what that is?
A Mutal is a professional cat model. It's a cat that has no problem wearing clothes. They're not harmed, they're not trained, it's just in their nature, and they don't mind. Some of them actually love it.
So it's Mutal, M-E-W-D-E-L.
Instead of model, it's
That's
Mutal.
That's adorable.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
And we have some of the best Mutals in the business.
You do. I have to say they were so well behaved and so professional.
They don't care. They enjoy it.
They do. Anything else that you can think of in terms of?
Just come on. We still have a few tickets. We hope to fill the place. We want to raise lots of money for the Mayor's Alliance, and we want everybody to have a good time.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Alice, for talking with me today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And I look forward to the show.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll see you Thursday.
You got it.